Good morning, lovelies. I thank you for joining our sweet home life. I have something out here in the yard that I wanted to share with you. It's a beautiful spring morning. Spring has finally arrived, and I have some guests that I would like for you to see. It's such a beautiful time of year. Listening to the birds. But look over here closely, and you will see our guest today. Can you see the bumblebee? I don't think so. He flew away.
So I hope you saw the bumblebee, guys. I wanted you to see something that maybe you see some of that stuff's dead, not going to come out. And so if you're growing azaleas, you need to break that dead stuff off that you know that's not going to come out. And a lot of azaleas bloom every year that come up, and sometimes they'll come out on the dead stuff. But you can tell. But anyway, things like this clear it off. But really what I wanted to show you today, you see all this growth? You see that? See the blooms? We know that's azaleas. You see how those azaleas kind of creep out? Okay, let me show you what azaleas do. Azaleas are not a deep plant. They don't go very deep. You see how they put roots down on top of there? You could take that little piece, or a bigger piece. Let me try to get a big one for you. A little bit bigger. They don't grow deep. Just around the tops of the ground. There you go. Look at all those juicy roots. And we can take this over there and put it in the ground and grow a brand new plant. My mother told me years ago, she kind of put me on to that. I say, Mom, how do you get these beautiful azaleas to grow? She said, well, I tell you, I just put me a brick on them. Let them sit there for a while.
A limb. She pulled a limb down.
Pull a limb down, exactly right. And she said, I'll just put a brick on that limb. And maybe it may be next year before it comes out. And then she takes those and she'll snip them off where the parent root is, and plant them. But you still, with an azalea, you don't want to plant this down. It's really shallow. And one problem I had years ago, and Glenda knows this, every time I plant an azalea, I want to stick it up like you guys do up here. And it would die instantly. But yeah, water, if you do this, water it, don't plant it too deep. Just, if it comes in a pot and you get it from a nursery, don't plant it deep. Just kind of like plant it in the wherever the soil surface is. Don't go deeper than that. And put you a little mulch around it.
Okay, we found one that we can use for an example of how you would root this azalea.
What we need to do with this is just pull it down there and let the, I'm going to break that off a little bit. And sometimes you might want to scratch this a little, and just put that in there, cover it up with a little bit of soil up and down it. Give that thing something to hold a little moisture, see? That's it. They don't grow in dry climates either. Azaleas like to be watered a little bit. They like to dry off. They don't like wet feet. They're kind of like roses. Put your little straw on it, and that will hold that. And you want it hold up. I'll get a brick to put on it too.
Okay. Mojo found him a brick.
All right, there's the brick. Just put that brick there where that will contact that soil very well. And you want it to contact soil. And that's kind of that easy. You come back and probably into the season or next year, and you'll have a new plant.
Okay.
Like I say, just cut it off right there with some a knife or whatever, shears. Take it and plant it.
Okay. And he has a couple of here. You going to show those to us that you did last year?
Yeah. All of these started with about 6 plants we bought. every one of these. We had about 6 azaleas we bought, and we actually got a good deal on them. Watch for deals. We gave like $6 a piece on azaleas that were that high, weren't they, Glenda?
They were.
They were like 5-gallon plants or 3-gallon plants, really good plants. Got them for nearly nothing at the end of the season, but we had to put water on them, water them very regularly.
Had to keep them wet.
So there's one I did that too last year. And it doesn't go very deep, but you can see with all that mulch around it, it's holding that moisture in there around those roots. And it doesn't dry out. Another thing about azaleas, look up there in the trees, Glenda. They like acid soil, which means pines have a lot of acid soil. They like filtered daylight, filtered sunlight. They don't do as well, and even though they do, you'll see them around the front of the house. They do actually do better in this scenario here.
But these are all azaleas that he did like that.
Yeah, every one of them.
Rooted than the mother plant.
I was actually cleaning them up one year, and I was lopping a lot of them off. And I said, well, I believe instead of downing them up there and making them smaller, I'll just take those and put them down here. And there you go, guys. And then next year, or I'll let them grow out a few years, and then I may trim them back down here and let that growth come on up from the base and form a nicer looking plant. But that's what you want to do, just start your plants off like that.
Okay, thank you for watching us today at Our Sweet Home Life.
If you like gardening videos, flower gardening, vegetable gardening videos, let us know. You may want to see traveling instead. We like to know what you want to see on our channel. Thanks, guys.
See you next time. Look what I see. I see some blooms on our strawberries. It won't be long till we'll be having some delicious strawberries.